Inductive effect mainly operates along sigma bonds. സിഗ്മ ബോണ്ടുകളിലൂടെ മാത്രം പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഇലക്ട്രോണിക് ഇഫക്റ്റാണ് ഇൻഡക്റ്റീവ് എഫക്റ്റ്. You have seen what is inductive effect. Now let us pass on to some groups which will show minus inductive effect or minus I effect. Now the groups which show minus I effect in the decreasing order of their strength is given here. First comes OR2 positive, that is dialkyl oxonium group. Then comes trialkyl ammonium group, and then ammonium group, nitro group, cyano group, carboxylic acid group, fluorine group, bromine group, iodine group, alkoxy group, hydroxy group, and finally amino group. Now this is the order of decreasing effect of minus I in strength. Now let us see how dialkyl oxonium ion is obtained. Now consider water molecule. There are two lone pairs. Then one lone pair may be given to an H positive. Then we get what is called a hydronium ion. You replace the two H atoms by two alkyl groups, here two methyl groups. Then you replace the hydrogen atom, you get a valency, and that is dimethyl oxonium ion. Now ammonium ion we know, NH4 positive. You replace three H atoms by three methyl groups, that is three alkyl groups. Then there is a bond H. You remove the H atom and you get a valency there, and it is trimethyl ammonium ion. Now NH3 positive is obtained when an amino group combines with H positive. The lone pair of nitrogen is given to the vacant s orbital of hydrogen, that is H positive, and we get ammonium group. Now all these groups, that is OR2 positive, NR3 positive, and NS3 positive, possess positive charge. A positive charge means absence of electron. So such groups, when connected to a carbon chain, will show a strong electron withdrawing character. Now there again, OR2 positive is the most electron withdrawing group, that is group showing maximum minus I effect. Then second is NR3 positive, and finally we come to NH3 positive. Now in OR2, there are two alkyl groups connected to the positive oxygen, and the example is two methyl groups connected to O positive. Now the carbon atom is having an electronegativity equal to 2.1. Oxygen has an electronegativity 3.5. Now due to the high electronegativity of carbon, we can say that there is very little electron shift of this bonding pair towards O positive. Means the two methyl groups show a very weak plus I effect. Plus I effect we will see later. Now here you understand that since carbon is more electronegative, comparatively more electronegative, the plus I effect of methyl groups will be less. So there is a lesser decrease in positive charge. When electron pair approaches O positive, its positive charge is partly neutralized. When two methyl groups push the electron density towards O positive, its positive charge is partly neutralized. Still, there is an appreciable amount of positive charge over the oxygen atom, and so it shows maximum electron withdrawing effect. When we come to NCH3 thrice positive, there are three methyl groups which will show plus I effect. So that the positive charge over nitrogen is partially neutralized, but since there are 3 methyl groups, the partial neutralization of positive charge is greater than in the case of OCS3 twice positive. Again, nitrogen is less electronegative than oxygen, so Nr3 positive has a lower minus I effect than OR2 positive. Now when we come to NS3 positive, to compare NCS3 thrice positive and NS3 positive. Here the atom next to carbon, nitrogen is carbon. Here the atom next to nitrogen is hydrogen. Now electronegativity of carbon is 2.5 and that of hydrogen is 2.1. So the pushing of electron pair towards positive nitrogen in the case of NS bond will be less than the pushing here, because hydrogen is less electronegative, so that N positive can strongly attract the electron pair between N and N positive and H. So in ammonium ion, ammonium group, the neutralization of partial positive charge is very much higher than in the case of NCS3 positive. So it shows a lesser electron withdrawing character than Nr3 positive, and that is mainly due to the high electronegativity of carbon, that is 2.5 over hydrogen, which is 2.1. Then we shall see the impact of NO2 group. Now NO2 group is shown here. There is a positive nitrogen connected by a double bond to oxygen atom, and then a single bonded O negative. Now the net charge of a nitro group is 0, because positive 1 plus negative 1 is equal to 0. Now atoms have electrons, and electrons are something similar to what is money to man. മനുഷ്യന് പണം എങ്ങനെയാണോ അതുപോലെയാണ് ആറ്റങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇലക്ട്രോണുകളും. And the measure of attraction of atoms towards electrons is determined by its electronegativity. Now most electronegative atoms are nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine and fluorine. So they will be having a higher greed for electrons. മനുഷ്യന് പണത്തിനോടുള്ള അത്യാഗ്രഹം പോലെ തന്നെ ആറ്റങ്ങൾക്കും ഇലക്ട്രോണിനോട് അത്യാഗ്രഹമുണ്ട്. But once atoms get negative charge, that is electron in excess, they are ready to donate their electron to other atoms, molecules, ions or atoms bonded to them. ഇലക്ട്രോണുകൾക്ക് ആവശ്യത്തിൽ കൂടുതൽ ആറ്റങ്ങൾക്ക് ആവശ്യത്തിൽ കൂടുതൽ ഇലക്ട്രോണുകൾ കിട്ടിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവയുടെ ഇലക്ട്രോൺ മറ്റാറ്റങ്ങൾക്കോ മോളിക്യൂളുകൾക്കോ അയോണുകൾക്കോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ബോണ്ടഡ് ആറ്റംസിനോ കൊടുക്കാൻ തയ്യാറായിരിക്കും. പക്ഷെ മനുഷ്യന് പണം കൂടുതൽ കിട്ടിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവൻ്റെ പണം മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക് കൊടുക്കാൻ വിസമ്മതിക്കും. So that is the difference between human beings and atoms. Atoms are ready to donate their electron density or electrons to other atoms, molecules or ions or any other bonded atom. So O negative here will be ready to donate its electron towards positive nitrogen. Then we say O negative shows a plus I effect. Now nitro group is a resonance hybrid. The electron pair here shifts in this direction. The pi electron goes to oxygen and we get a canonical structure like this. Now the resonance hybrid may be shown. Dotted line indicates partial double bond character of NO bonds. So there is electron density near N positive, and moreover these delta negative oxygens through their sigma bonds donate electron density towards nitrogen, so that there is appreciable decrease in the positive charge of nitrogen. So nitro group is less electron demanding than NH3 positive, because one thing, the net charge is 0, and O negative or a delta O negative here will donate electron density towards positive nitrogen due to their plus I effect. Then comes cyano group. It is C triple bond N, and again it is a resonance hybrid of C double bond N negative and C positive. So we can say there is partial positive charge over carbon. But when we compare nitro group and the cyano group, the atom directly bonding with the carbon chain is carbon here, but there is nitrogen here. But in the case of a nitro group, the atom directly bonding is nitrogen, and since nitrogen is more electronegative than carbon, and again it contains electronegative atoms like oxygen, we can say that cyano group shows a lesser electron withdrawing character. Now when we come to carboxylic acid group, carboxylic acid group is having the structure C double bond O OH. Now in the case of cyano group, we have a C triple bond N structure where carbon is triply unsaturated, we say, whereas in the case of COOH, the carbon is doubly unsaturated. A triply unsaturated carbon, that is carbon connected to a triple bond, is much more electronegative than carbon connected to a double bond. And this is because the carbon triple bond formed between carbon and nitrogen contain a sigma bond and two pi bonds. Now the pi bond is formed by the parallel overlap of p orbitals, and the pi electrons are situated much away from the two nuclei which form the bond, so that these nuclei, carbon and nitrogen, feel the deficiency for electrons, so they become more electronegative. And some say that sp hybridized carbon is more electronegative than sp2 hybridized carbon. Here this carbon is sp hybridized, whereas this carbon is sp2 hybridized. So sp hybridized carbon is more electronegative, but they won't give the reason for this, and I think the main reason is that pi bonds are overlapping at a distance away from the nuclei, two nuclei which form the pi bond, so that the electron pair is less available to the atoms which form the pi bond. And when there are more pi bonds, more electrons are away from the nuclei which form the pi bond, atoms which form the pi bond, and so that they feel the scarcity or deficiency of electrons, and hence they are more electronegative. So in the case of nitro and cyano group, we say nitrogen is more electronegative than carbon, and then we have electronegative oxygen atoms in nitro group, whereas nitrogen here is less electronegative than oxygen. So cyano group is less electron withdrawing than nitro group. And when we come to cyano group and carboxylic acid group, the carbon atom which is directly getting bonded to the carbon chain, the cyano group contains a triply unsaturated carbon which is more electronegative than the carbon in COOH group, which is doubly unsaturated, or the carbon atom is connected to oxygen by means of a double bond. So carbon connected to a triple bond is more electronegative than carbon connected to a double bond. So that is the reason for the higher electron withdrawing character of cyano group over carboxylic acid group. Then coming to fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine, the electronegativity decreases in this order. And again, fluorine is a small atom. When electron density approaches fluorine, the small atom which contain already 3 pairs of electron, when extra electron density approaches fluorine, what happens is that when these electron pairs over the fluorine already present will repel the incoming electron density or a nearing electron pair. So electron pair approaches fluorine, then it has a small size, so the electron pairs will repel each other, which is called inter-electronic repulsion, and this makes fluorine unstable, so that the fluorine will be having a slightly lower tendency to accept electrons. In the case of chlorine, electronegativity is less, nearly 3.2, and there is no other atom to increase its electronegativity connected to it. In the case of all these groups, there are electronegative atoms. All these groups, there are electronegative atoms which can support the electronegativity of the whole group and increase the electronegativity of the whole group, whereas in the case of halogens, you have no other electronegative atoms connected to them, so there is naturally a decrease in minus I effect of these halogens. So when we compare COOH and fluorine, due to the small size of fluorine, there is inter-electronic repulsion when the bonding pair approaches fluorine, and so that fluorine will be having a slightly lower tendency to accept electrons, so that its electron withdrawing character is less than that of COOH group. Now in the case of RO group, that is alkoxy group, the oxygen atom is having no charge, and then alkyl group shows only a very small plus I effect, and so it will be having a lesser tendency to accept electrons. And when we compare iodine and alkoxy group, iodine is having an electronegativity of 2.5 nearly, whereas oxygen is having an electronegativity of 3.5. But alkyl group is there, which will slightly push the electron density towards oxygen atom, and so its electron demanding character will be slightly decreased. When we come to OR and OH, the hydrogen will be donating the bonding electron pair towards oxygen atom, and in OR, it is oxygen connected to a carbon group, for example CH3 group. Now this carbon is having an electronegativity higher than that of hydrogen, and so the bond OH the oxygen atom in OH group will be more strongly pulled towards oxygen atom than this pair of electron between O and CH3, because carbon is more electronegative than hydrogen. Now in the case of NH2, the atom which is getting directly bonded to carbon chain is nitrogen, and so it is less electronegative than oxygen, so NH2 group is less electron demanding than OH group. Thus we can explain the order of decreasing minus I effect in these groups. Then a parameter called group electronegativity can be experimentally found out. For hydrogen, the group electronegativity is 2.176. For methyl group, the group electronegativity is 2.472. For ethyl group, the group electronegativity is 2.482. Thus we find that the electronegativity of ethyl group is greater than that of methyl group, because in methyl group we have 3 hydrogen atoms, whereas in ethyl group the CS2 group is connected to a CS3 group, and here CS2 group is connected directly to the carbon of the CS3 group, whereas here a CS2 group is directly connected to a hydrogen. So methyl group may be split into HCH2 and ethyl group CH3 CH2. Now in methyl group, CS2 group is directly bonded to a less electronegative atom, whereas in ethyl group CS2 group is directly connected to a more electronegative carbon, so that due to this higher electronegativity of carbon over hydrogen, we can say CS3 CS2 group is more electron demanding. So its group electronegativity is found to be 2.482, which is greater than 2.472. Now the group electronegativity of cyano group is 3.208. Group electronegativity of nitro group is 3.421, which is higher than that of cyano group. So nitro group shows a stronger minus I effect than cyano group. Then CF3 group, where in methyl group we replace all the hydrogen atoms by chlorine, the group electronegativity is 2.985. In CCl3 it is less, because chlorine is less electronegative than fluorine, 2.666. In CBr3, where Br is even less electronegative than chlorine, the group electronegativity is 2.561. So group electronegativity value is helpful in assessing the minus I effect of various groups. Now coming to plus I effect. Usually alkyl groups and groups with a negative charge show plus inductive effect. That means electron density is injected into the carbon chain. Now consider a methyl group connected to a carbon chain. Now the carbon is having electronegativity of 2.5 and hydrogen is having electronegativity 2.1. Now we know water is a polar molecule, ammonia is a polar molecule, but methane is a non-polar molecule. This is because in methane we have carbon connected to hydrogen atoms, and the electronegativity difference between carbon and hydrogen is only 0.4. So that is very small, so that there is little or very small shift of electron pair in the CH bond towards carbon. So also in methyl group there is very small shift of electron pair towards carbon, and so it acquires a slight negative charge, delta negative, which is not so appreciable as in the case of water or ammonia molecule. Then the next carbon will acquire a delta negative charge, and I told you earlier that delta negative is delta multiplied by delta, and when two fractions are multiplied the value will be lesser than delta negative, and on the third carbon we have delta negative charge, etc. And so that is plus I effect. And when we compare various types of alkyl groups, a tertiary alkyl group, that is tertiary butyl group, is having a higher plus I effect than a secondary alkyl group, that is isopropyl group, which is shown here, and which is having a higher electron donating character, electron repelling character, or plus I effect than a primary alkyl group, and this group is having a higher plus A effect than the simple methyl group. Now in the case of a tertiary alkyl group, the plus A effect of 3 methyl groups, so this methyl group shows plus I, this methyl group shows plus I, and this methyl group shows plus I. So this combined plus I effect of 3 methyl groups create an appreciable negative charge over the tertiary carbon, whereas in the case of a secondary alkyl group, there are only 2 methyl groups connected to the carbon. So plus I of one methyl and plus I of the second methyl, so that the negative charge here created is delta dash negative, and there is only one methyl group in a ethyl group, so only one plus I effect, and there is no plus I effect practically for a simple methyl group. So the extent of plus I effect decreases in this order, so that the electron density created at the carbons, these carbons, this carbon, tertiary carbon, secondary carbon, and primary carbon here. So the electron density created at these carbons will be decreasing, delta dash negative, delta delta, delta dash dash negative, and delta negative. So delta negative for the tertiary carbon, delta dash negative for secondary carbon, and delta 2 dash negative for primary carbon. So delta negative will be greater than delta dash negative, which will be greater than delta 2 dash negative, so that the plus I effect decreases in this order. Now other examples for groups showing plus I effect are O negative, COO negative, then deuterium, NS negative, etc. So there are fewer examples for groups showing plus I effects. Now the inductive effect generally operates along sigma bonds, and there are two types of inductive effect. In the minus inductive effect or minus I effect, electron density is withdrawn in Velikia from the carbon chain, whereas in plus I effect, electron density is injected, given to the carbon chain. Now coming to applications of inductive effects. The most important application of inductive effect is in determining or comparing the acid strengths of various organic acids or carboxylic acids. An organic acid represented by RCOOH. So organic acids are weak acids, and RCOOH can ionize, so that OH bond will be shifting over oxygen atom. So the pair of electron will be taken up by oxygen, and we get RC double bond O negative and H positive. It's a reversible reaction, indicating that the carboxylic acid is a weak acid. Now carboxylate ion can be stabilized by resonance. We have two resonance structures, RC double bond O negative, where negative charge is shifting like this, and a simultaneous shift of pi electron pair. We get another canonical structure, RCO negative double bond O. So it is a resonance hybrid and it is stabilized. Now the equilibrium constant for this reaction, reversible reaction, is called ionization constant Ka, and here small a indicates acid. So Ka represents acid ionization constant. Now as value of Ka increases, we can say the numerator increases. As numerator increases, concentration of H positive also increases. So that as Ka increases, we can say the strength of the acid increases. The strength of acid increases. Now usually the value of Ka will be 10 raised to minus a power number. So 10 raised to minus 5 or 10 raised to minus 7, etc. Now such quantities cannot be easily compared. So what is done is you take minus log k, or that is called pKa. So pKa means minus log k, or we can write it as log 1 by k. Now you consider an acid whose ionization constant value is 10 raised to minus 5. Then log 10 raised to minus 5 equals minus 5. Therefore minus log 10 raised to minus 5 equals 5. So we get a quantity which can be handled easily. So we usually compare pKa values, and it is enough to compare Ka values also. We can take either Ka or pKa to compare the strength of various carboxylic acids, and we can say greater the value of Ka, greater is the ionization constant, higher is the strength of the acids. And pKa here equals log 1 by Ka. So as Ka increases, 1 by Ka decreases, or pKa decreases. So that as Ka increases, pKa decreases means as acid strength increases, pKa decreases. So we can say lower the value of pKa, stronger is the acid. So two parameters, Ka and pKa. As Ka increases, acid strength increases. As pKa decreases, acid strength increases. Now usually electron withdrawing groups will increase the strength of organic acids. Electron withdrawing groups increase the strength of organic acids, and the electron donating groups decrease the strength of organic acids. So that is the usual observation. Electron withdrawing groups increase strength of organic acids. Now in the case of carboxylic acid, RCOOH, suppose R is an electron withdrawing group, then electron density or electron pair will move towards R, and along the sigma bond this will be propagated to the OH bond, so that the electron pair in the OH bond is strongly pulled by oxygen, so that the removal of H as H positive is made easy. So electron withdrawing group, due to its minus I effect, increases the polarity of OH bond. So it is easy to remove the hydrogen as H positive. So we get RCOO minus and H positive. On the contrary, electron donating groups will decrease the acid strength. So suppose R is electron donating or a plus I group, then there is pushing of electron density towards the OH group, so that oxygen atom gets electron density from the group. So oxygen will be having a lesser tendency to accept the electron pair in the OH bond. So here the reverse tendency is shown. Oxygen pushes electron density towards hydrogen, so that hydrogen removed as H positive is made difficult. So electron donating groups, due to their plus I effect, will increase the electron density around oxygen, so that oxygen will be having a lesser tendency to accept the electron pair connected to hydrogen atom, so that the removal of H atom as H positive is made difficult. So we can say a minus I group increases acid strength and a plus I group decreases acid strength. Now you compare the simplest acid, that is formic acid, and acetic acid. Now methyl group shows a plus I effect, so that electron density around oxygen atom is increased, whereas hydrogen and carbon are having a small electronegativity difference, so that the pushing here is very small. So when we compare formic acid and acetic acid, we can say acetic acid is a weak acid compared to formic acid, and the main reason is plus I effect of methyl group. So when we compare the acidities of formic acid and acetic acid, we say acetic acid is less acidic than formic acid, because the methyl group in acetic acid donates electron density to the oxygen atom of the OH group by its plus I effect, so that oxygen will be having a lesser tendency to take up the electron pair in the OH bonds. So oxygen will be having a lesser tendency to take up the electron pair in the OH bond. So that is due to plus I effect of methyl group. When we compare another acid, that is chloroacetic acid, and acetic acid. When we compare these two acids, chlorine exerts a minus I effect. This minus I effect will be propagated along the chain, so that electron density is withdrawn from the oxygen atom by minus I effect operating, so that the ionization of OH bond is made easy, because oxygen strongly pulls the electron pair in the OH bond. So chloroacetic acid is more acidic than acetic acid, and that is again mainly due to the minus I effect of chlorine. Then we can see other examples in the next video. Thank you.